What up, what up? It's Troy Ave, and make sure y'all check me out on the Bootleg podcast. Powder.
Bootleg podcast special guest, my guy, dope boy Troy Ave.
Troy Ave, man, the notorious AVE.
Yes, sir, man. How you been, bro?
I'm blessed, bro. God is great in the paper straight. I'm really blessed. I can't front. Besides the fact that I fucking might have left all my jewelry in the airport, I'm really good.
I mean, it looks like you still have a lot of jewelry on right now, but
nah, it is, but it ain't like I had like everything. I had my big BSB chain. I had my fucking.
You left that on the plane?
I left it when I got off the plane. I went to put my hoodie on, and I took the hoodie out, and I had to take it out to get to my hoodie.
Oh, hell no.
I'm just like, I'm fucking stressed, bro.
How much money potentially could you have lost if no one turned that in?
Oh my gosh, bro, I don't even want to begin to count, but one of the chains is the big new bust down that I bought is like 55. The piece 25, another 40, 65, 100 something. Then I had some rings. Then I had some bracelets. Oh my gosh.
Why travel with all of that though?
I got fucking video shoots.
Oh, so you're doing videos out
like,
here.
I'm not like a person that, I don't walk around wearing jewelry all the time for no reason. That shit is, like, I don't give a fuck about jewelry. But like, I was gonna be having a video. I gotta go. I'm hosting a party, just shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And this shit sucks. I'm like,
oof. Well, hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, whatever. At the end of the day, it's just money. As long as you got your health, is whatever. We get it back tenfold. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm tripping about it now. Like, fuck, cause it's happening right now. Maybe I might get it back. God love me. It literally just happened. Literally just happened. Putting on a fucking hoodie because it was cold in this shit. Fuck. But I'm just like, fuck. I don't know, man. It should be good. God love me. Shit always seem to work out for me. So.
That is true, man. What have you been up to? I know you've been dropping music, but like, just tell me what.
New album out. God is great. The paper straight. New album out right now. It's doing very well. You know what I'm saying? It was charted #1 independent, #4 for just hip hop overall. I didn't drop White Christmas this year, but I'm actually going. I turn. Whenever I would do White Christmas,
what year? I mean,
number 9. We on 9.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
I remember the first one.
You feel me? Yeah.
Wow.
So, like, we on 9 now, but it just always felt like it felt old to me when I would do promoting a project in January that says Christmas or February. You feel me? So what I did now was I turned White Christmas into, it's gonna be called like the 2022 season, and it's kind of like how when you in the NBA and,
okay, I got you,
or whatever, and you start talking about your new season, things you about to do, New Year's resolutions, just get into it, like, you know what I'm saying, new plans, different shit like that. But that's for all my people that's go-getters and hustlers like me, and they just gonna get to it. Yo, this our new season, this what we doing right now. And that'll take over as White Christmas. It'll come out in December. This one is gonna come out in January, but it'll come out every December. And just, you know, I say a prayer, bless the people, and we just go from there. So the 2022 season is the new project that's coming now.
I feel like you still been putting out music, still been active, but I feel like music hasn't really been like your focal point in life for a while. Yeah. As far as like it's there because you're putting it out, but as far as like, I feel like you're not really interested in being a part of the rap game anymore, if that makes sense.
I got a big single called The Weatherman out that's been getting good traction. You know what I'm saying? They playing it all on the East Coast a lot.
But I've noticed like recently you're like starting to dip your toe back into like, you know, doing shit that like, you know, doing rapper shit.
Kev, I really like music wasn't never like my only focal point, you know what I'm saying? Because like I've always been independent, so I never really like trusted in it 100%. You feel me? So I always was doing other businesses. Like anytime I got first rap money, I started like buying real estate and shit like that.
Right, you got a lot of real estate, right?
Yeah, just in case, because life is full of disappointments. You know what I'm saying? But if you prepare for it, then it's just a disappointment could turn into a lesson. So I always never like been on it like that, but like, you know, it just happened to be something I'm good at, and it's another hustle, a way to get money. If I could sell bottles of water and make as much money and get up whenever I want, I wouldn't do music. I sell bottles of water. So like I definitely got a bunch of different other business interests or whatever. And by the grace of God, this shit been working out, man. So
what is like your biggest like piece of the pie as far as like your income? Is it the real estate?
Oh
is it
man, I'm broke, baby. Don't do me like that. Nah, as far as like money, I don't know.
How much? You tell me like where you getting the most money in 2022?
I get money from different things. I got cargo vans. I got merchandise. The merchandise is crazy. God is great. Paper straight. The merch game is nuts. Like,
do you sell a lot of merch?
Man, yeah, I sell a lot of merch. Make a lot.
You've always been pretty big on the merch.
Yeah,
even
now,
before it was like a thing.
Right. But now I got the hang of it. Before it was like freestyling, just figuring it out a little bit. But now it's like, you got to think, if say it's like a couple of people in this room, if everybody buys my album for $10, that'll only be $60 or whatever.
You sell one hoodie for $60.
Oh, I sell hats for $250. You know what I'm saying? And people, I just filled a $1,000 order. People get $1,500 worth of shit. They just buy mad shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's even better than sometimes somebody come to see you and pay $50 at a show. And then that shit lasts with them. You know what I mean? So like the music is a gateway to connect with your people, and then it's like they want to get more and more. So I sell fucking aprons, you know what I mean, for people cooking during the holidays or every day. Like, I'm about to sell candles and all kind of shit. I got all kind of shit I'm doing. And I'm writing a movie. I'm gonna sell movies, like all kind of shit. Yeah, so I just been staying busy, man.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think, like...
Jerry got me pissed, bro. I'm like, yo, this is whack.
Did your guy get an update?
No, we waited. It's gonna happen. We gonna get an update.
Damn.
Jerry got me pissed.
That's a mission back to that airport, too.
Fuck it, man. Whatever, man. It's gonna work out.
Y'all gotta go back, though.
We gotta go back, right? Like, you gotta... It's like when your car get towed. You ever had your car towed? Bro, and you go look at the empty spot?
I had my car towed 3 times last month, bro.
That's crazy. Why?
Because where I live...
Oh, you didn't learn. See, I used to always get my shit towed.
I like needed to have this little pass, and like I'd be it was
you violated. You knew you supposed to have it, and you just did it.
Yeah, I was just like, man, they had like swapped out the security. The old security was cool. They didn't give a fuck. Then they hired a new company, and they just kept towing my shit. I was so hot.
I know how it go. You just get comfortable with breaking the rules, and it just keeps going.
Yeah,
I know how the fuck it goes.
Like $800 later, and three trips to an impound.
That's nuts.
And my wife pissed.
Of course, yeah, because you just wasting money. That shit is flushed down the toilet.
100%.
For what? Man. To get your car back? That's crazy.
Yeah, man. How are you doing just in general, though? Like, I feel like, like I said, good, man. I feel you're very active on social media. Yeah. You were doing the podcast. I don't know if you're still doing it. I know you're not doing it as often as you were doing it.
That was like a pandemic thing. We found time to do a lot of shit during the pandemic, and it was good. It's so like, I'm like, you know me, I like to fuck with people who I fuck with, and like I really fuck with my supporters and my fans. Like I really, if you take time to spend some money with me some type of way when you don't have to, I really show genuine love. So instead of people asking me about what I feel about this or that through a DM or whatever, I said, let's just put it out. You can ask me questions, I'll turn it into a podcast. But like once outside opened back up, then like the rest of real life started happening and shit. So you know what I mean? I got to take my kids to school instead of on a fucking tablet. I got shit to do. You know what I mean? And it was just a lot, but I'm definitely going to start jumpstarting it again because I've been in talks with a company to have my shit like aired on a platform. You know what I'm saying? And where I don't have to do like, you got a production team. I got that shit. Like I got that.
Roadcaster.
I got the road. It's me recording it. It's me editing it. Like that shit is a lot. You feel me? So like now, like you got the 2 cameras. You got 3 cameras. Man. I had 2 cameras, and I'm like, man, to switch it back and forth is too much. I made it 1 camera. So like when you got to do a lot of that shit, it's just like, I could be doing other shit with my time to like, cause with me, time is really money. Right. You feel me? So if I spend my time doing this, I could be taking that and doing other shit, getting to a different bag. So that's where I was at. That's where I'm at with it right now.
Talk to me about like, there was like a point in time where 2014, 2015, you're the hottest shit moving in New York. Right. Everyone and their moms offering you record deals. I know that there was a lot of money on the table.
It wasn't. Guy, I'm gonna let you finish.
I just mean like, I remember like, talking to Hovain back then and be like, man, everyone's trying to sign us right now, but we need this to even like think about doing it.
they was trying to sign us on some homeboy shit, like trying to sign us for free.
Like Grand Hustle, I thought that might have happened. Like how you know,
it didn't. It was like I told Tibby I want $2 million. You know what I'm saying? He said, "What you want?" I said, "I want $2 million," and he was trying to give me like less, and then saying, "Yo, let's go to the label and get." I'm like, "Man, you got it. Just give it to me." That's what I would do. If I want an artist, I'm gonna just give him the bread. So, like, I always believe in myself, and I never want to be tied down in restraints. And you know, like the worst fear, or like just growing up seeing people on music getting signed and getting shelved, and you just boxed in. So I would never I always would bet on myself. Like, man, unless it's something crazy like that, I don't
like $2 million.
You feel me? Like I didn't have $2 million at the time. I had hundreds of thousands of dollars, so you can't offer me hundreds of thousands because I already got it. You know what I'm saying? So unless somebody make you like the mob, I'm gonna make you a deal you can't refuse. I was like, yo, $2 million, because I know I'll never go broke again if you give me that. You know,
you could turn 2 to 10.
You feel me? Exactly. Yeah. That's why, like, I knew, yo, if I got that freshman cover, I was gonna make $1 million and I'll take it to the top. But I know if you get $2 million in life and you're a hustler, you'll never go broke again. But you know, he didn't. Whatever reason that didn't happen. And like, I wasn't ever signing for no shit that I had already. It made no sense because I knew I would work. I knew I would make myself get my own opportunities. And you know, like, even like all I wanted out of rap was I wanted a building, I wanted a Ferrari, and I wanted a gold record. And I fucking got all three of them. Yeah, that's crazy. That's all I ever wanted out of music. The gold record came like I wanted it after, but
she belonged to the game, right?
She belongs to the game. It's on his way to platinum.
That's crazy.
Straight up, like, really independent. You know what I'm saying?
What was like the situation that you were closest to like signing with during that time?
No situation.
Everyone was trying to sign you, bro. Like everybody.
They would I feel like if you trying to sign somebody, I feel like it'd be Cap trying to sign. If you really trying to sign somebody, just give them what they want, man. You feel me? So like, I want to say it wasn't no situation. I like to, if like with all artists, just know who you getting in bed with. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying with anybody, just don't be so quick to be like, yo, yeah, I want to sign. I want to just make sure that you know you gonna get everything that you want, or it's not worth it. If you a real hustler and like if you, this is what I don't understand. I understand when people talk a bunch of get money shit in their music. You know what I'm saying? And then they turn around and they sign to somebody, and then they rely on that person to give them everything to come up. Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that happens a lot.
Because then it's like you're not really a hustler, or everything you talking about was cap. Or if you sign to somebody and then you don't, and then in turn you sign for peanuts. But if you gonna sign for peanuts, make sure you getting a bunch of shit on the back end. Yeah,
you gotta have an actually like good structured deal.
Because you know you're gonna have to, whatever you get signed for, you're gonna have to pay that money back.
Yeah,
I knew I was gonna make whatever money back because all my projects is always in the black, no matter what.
Right.
I got my in-house production. I produce, I write, I record, do all my shit. So while
there's not a lot of, you feel me? Overhead.
It'd cost somebody else fucking $250,000 to make an album, and it'd cost me $10,000, and it's just gonna be just as fire. Only thing that's gonna suffer is the marketing dollars, and not for the lack of money, just the lack of resources, not having the right people. You know, because motherfuckers come here to promote their projects and shit and their albums. You know what I'm saying? I'm on here because you know you my man, and
right.
You know I got a little bit of clout, but just imagine all the other people who don't have that. They got just as good music,
right?
But they don't have the access to get to a Bootleg Kev or to go wherever the fuck they want to go to. So you know, I just thank God I got good relationships, and I'm not scared of hard work.
You just put a song out with Soulja Boy.
Oh yeah, Dracos and Glocks. That's fucking
extremely
hard.
random.
I always
in a million years I never thought I would be like, yo, yeah, Troy Ave and Soulja Boy. I would love
Big
to hear
Draco.
that.
Say that man name right. Big Draco.
No, he's the homie. Like he's come on the show a lot. Like I fuck with him. I fuck with his management. Like
that
Theo's my guy.
Hard.
No, it's cool. But like, how did that happen? That's super random.
I always fuck with Soulja. It always been love, like in passing or whatever. Like I fuck with a lot of people. Let me not say a lot of people. I fuck with people that I genuinely fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like not all for. So like if I fuck with an artist, I'm not like I fuck with Gates. You know what I'm saying? We don't got a song, but if we pop up with a song, I'll probably get Gates on something this year. But yo, that was random. But I've been fucking with Gates for years.
Yeah, that would make more sense to me though.
Now, but see, with this how I do. I don't like. I'm not a dick rider, so I don't just do records with somebody because they got a buzz here or I want to get their fans here. No, I want that shit to feel good sonically. Like even when I dropped my project, Major Without a Deal, I had
great project.
You feel me? Thank you. I had all the people on it that I grew up listening to that I admired, and I put them perfectly where they needed to sound in pocket. I had Fat Joe perfectly in pocket.
Yeah.
I had Raekwon, Prodigy, and Nori perfectly in pocket. I didn't say, well, at that time, of course, there's other rappers that's hotter than them that I could do collabs and get their fans, but it never been about that. I've never been a clout chaser, never been a dick rider. I want to make the best music possible, and I know how to put motherfuckers on beats that they gonna sound in the pocket. So this beat right here, this shit had that feeling. You know, when Soulja talk, I say, yo, I need you to talk that, go crazy on that shit. I don't need you make it clap. I need you to go crazy, do that yelling in the fucking camera shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a fact. And he
the Big
delivered.
Draco shit.
Yeah, the Big Draco. I need you to do the Big Draco. And he did the Big Draco and it's fire. I got another joint coming out with Trap Boy Freddy. And
he's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People will say that's random, but I'll fuck with him. We got dog business in common. You know what I'm saying? BSB Bullies on the way. So
you're breeding dogs?
Yeah, that's a fact. So
who okay, this might be a random super pause question. But when you have a dog that I'm gonna start breeding, right? Well, I'm gonna start studying them out. Who is jerking off your dog for you?
Don't jerk off your dog. You gotta take it to the vet.
So my boy does it himself and he makes like $300,000 a year he'd be jerking his dog off. And I'm like, bro,
I'm not touching no dicks for no amount of money, dog.
You can't touch the dog dick. You take it to the vet.
I'm not touching no dicks in life. Like,
I mean, it's a dog dick.
Even like if I gotta change my kid's diaper, it's a lot of baby wipes. I'm never my fingers ain't touching their dick.
I just I'm curious because I just got a Frenchie that's like a puppy.
Man, take it, dog.
Am I gonna have to jerk this dog off?
No, you can take it to the vet.
And then the vet will jerk the dog
exactly
off.
And they'll leave you get the shit in there, the specimen, and you be out. But like, you gotta think it. How much is it worth for you? Is it you? This is what I look at. If a motherfucker try to, hey, I'm gonna save myself $150 and just jerk off a dog.
If it's only $150, I'm paying the $150.
But then it's like,
I'll pay the $150 to someone I know to jerk the dog off, just so I can
you
talk
gotta
shit
pay them less because they not even.
And then I could hold it over their head forever. Right. Be like, bro, you jerked off Larry.
You gotta put it on camera.
Yeah,
because they not a certified jerk offer, so you gotta charge them less. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think I'm not jerking off no dogs at all. I leave that to Joe Buttons, man.
Oh my goodness! Juggy Joe. Did you see recently? I mean, he was on his podcast a couple weeks ago, and he said that he would fight you for free, or some shit. Maybe.
Oh no. He's cap. He's cap.
He said some shit like that. By the way, I might be totally. I listened to the podcast.
You on there.
And he had said like that there's no like real beef between you guys, but if he had to do like a celebrity fight.
Yeah, whatever. If you gotta do a celebrity fight, what? Like,
you guys each getting $500K? You doing the fight?
Yeah, that's a fact. I don't fucking beat people up for less money than that for nothing.
Yeah, what's up? Like, where was the? I mean, you guys have kind of had like a.
Nah, it's nothing with him.
A little riff for a while now.
Juggy Joe, he's like, man, it's whatever. I don't get Joe, but I don't got no beef with nobody in the new year 2022.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good, especially like in the podcast space because I don't want to say I don't use the term respect loosely, but like if like people that are doing shit like how you doing this podcast, academics, like Junkie Joe, like a bunch of people doing their shit. I say it endearingly, like fuck, he was a junkie, but it's okay. A lot of junkies, it's all right as long as you get better. But anyway, like motherfuckers is doing some shit that I say, oh, this is dope. Let me try. Let me aspire to do this. So I give credit where credit is due. Maul and fucking this man, other people doing shit.
Yeah,
there's a lot of dope podcasts. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, man.
There's dope podcasts. Drink Champs, millions of dollars worth of game.
Shit. Yeah,
Wallow
like it's a lot of shit.
Yeah,
so so like I feel like you can't really when I say something, it's gonna be based on facts. I'm not just gonna go and be like trying to diss because I feel like you can't. But that again, that's a handicap because people don't do that. People look up and talk down. You can't fucking do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's corny. You feel me? And that means that if somebody's doing something that if like me, I got mad buildings in real estate, mad multifamily homes, and if somebody talking shit about me and they live in an apartment, like, oh yeah, he ain't real estate or whatever, like, you can't do that, dog, because you trying to get into what I get into. Now, if you say something factual about me that got nothing to do with that, then cool, but you still got to have a certain level of, I don't want to say respect, but like certain level, because you trying to get into that space as them or whatever. Not saying I give a fuck about podcast space. I'm just saying it's just another move, another outlet for me to talk to my people.
Right.
And
of course,
spread your own news, because if you don't tell your story, somebody else is telling.
Yeah, exactly.
Have your own narratives. You know what I'm saying?
Help me, man. What, I felt like you were in a position where everyone was embracing you. Everyone was kind of fucking with Troy Ave. I feel like then there was like a switch that happened, and it felt like it just kind of felt like a lot of people kind of deserted you, or at least you're like did you feel that way, like where you weren't getting embraced as much after something happened? I can't ever say I felt deserted, because I always been on my own. I always been like independent, 100%. I just mean in terms of like on some industry shit.
Man, I don't want to say deserted or anything, Kev. I just want to say, like, it's like when it's like everybody petting the lion until the lion shows teeth, shows real teeth, then it's like, fuck, this motherfucker's on some other shit, and they could get on some other shit at any time.
Right. And
you know how this shit goes in his music shit. Is like, it's entertainment. It's WWF. Everybody's a fucking wrestler. But when the guy really slams you on your neck and you get injured, then it's like, oh shit, whoa, we wrestling for fake. We not wrestling for real.
Right.
So that happens a lot, where it's just like, if you do some extremely shit that's so cold, gangster or real, or they'll turn that into saying it's idiotic and it's fucking what you call it? What's the word? It's hazardous and shit like that, and then people want to get away from that. You feel me? Because it's like, you don't know what. But in certain instances, if you're leveled up and clouded up more, like signed to a major label and shit like that, they got to deal with you. Like, people didn't fuck with 50 Cent for years, because he was with Dre and Eminem. Right. It was too late.
He was the hottest rapper in the world, so like, you got it.
It was too late. Yeah. It was like, damn, we can't.
You're gonna fuck with him or look crazy.
You feel me? He could have fucking shootouts and getting his shit, but we can't not fuck with him because he gonna be at all the award shows. He's with Jimmy Iovine and it's too late. I was just with me.
I felt like you also, like, you were doing some small things that made people root against you. There would be like, like maybe it'd be like the Kendrick Lamar is a weirdo rapper line, when like everyone's fucking with Kendrick at the time.
Yes, let's address all of them, man.
Okay.
Let's address that. Let's address them, man, one by one.
That was on New York City, the album.
That was on New York City, the album. Now, that's what I'm trying to say. When you do some real shit, it's like, whoa, that's too real. I didn't know. I came in the game like thinking, like, I put it to WWE wrestling. I always seen the wrestlers growing up. I thought they was real. Shit, they doing this. Okay, when somebody say something about you, when Snoop say he crushed the buildings, Nori and CNN came at him, couple other people, whatever, came like
stirring
that.
Shit up, yeah.
That's how you supposed to react and defend. That's what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? So when fucking Kendrick Lamar said the shit about New York and everybody had their panties in a bunch of shit, I'm like, all right, all you motherfuckers making whole songs. That's why is it that my fucking one bar stuck more than these people whole songs?
What you said, was that before the Control freestyle?
No,
it was after.
After. Okay. Why would I say that?
I don't.
That made no sense. So like, I'm only everything, like, people with those stones and they hide their hands. They only see the reaction because my reaction is so aggressive and savage, but there's no rules to a reaction. Like I say, if somebody slap you and you minding your business, they slap you and you get up and you fucking bludgeon them or beat them with a bat, they should have never slapped you. So everybody making whole diss records about Kendrick Lamar because he said the New York shit.
Right.
I think Jay-Z even did a verse and then just never put it out. Mad people had records and it was just nothing but this one line by little old independent Troy Ave.
I just think
hit so hard.
Yeah.
And I didn't say nothing crazy out of Capital.
You didn't say anything super disrespectful either.
I said,
you said he's a weirdo rapper, which was like.
But now motherfuckers want to use widow rappers as a term now. Like it was a widow rapper compared to the shit
you were doing.
Not me doing, just
right.
See, this is what I don't like. I don't like when media people, everybody try to just have alternative facts. If from look, you got a bunch of fucking plaques on here from these people. We grew up looking at the clips. These same fucking people, Pac and Big. Right. If they wore because you got me talking about it. Say how when Kendrick Lamar came out on stage and he had the white shit on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that was recently, then right?
Right, like.
I mean, but I also have the Roots and Jizza on the wall and Kanye up there.
Kanye is fire. The Roots, you know what they are. One man got a pick in his head. It's nothing wrong with having. There's nothing wrong with people having titles. If that was like a retort for the Control freestyle, it makes sense. That's all it was.
Yeah,
That's all it was. It was like you just defending your city. Yeah, what you gonna be a bitch and not represent? Every single one of my songs since day one for my mixtape, it always been New York. I even had my singles, New York, while everybody else was trying to dick ride and sound like Atlanta.
For sure. You definitely from the first Bricks in the Backpack shit. Like,
bro, I don't know how many songs I got about Brooklyn, how many songs I got about New York, and I'm spending my own money to promote this when I know it'll keep me local. But by me keep pushing and pushing, I'm repping, I'm loyal to where I'm from.
Right.
And everybody should be like that. I love when I come where I hear YG first album and it shit sound like LA. You feel me? When you hear Troy Ave, New York City album, it sound like New York. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear fucking Young Thug sounding like Atlanta or Young Jeezy shit. You know what I mean? Like, shit's got to sound like where it's from. There's nothing wrong with collabing. When Big got with Bone Thug, that was the perfect collab.
For sure. That's where he stuck with
classic. You feel me? He kept his New York voice and he did their flow.
Yep. And that did it better than them.
I don't know. I'm biased.
You're working with Steve Lobel now, so.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh man.
Shout out to Big, but yeah.
Yeah, so that was one thing.
So that was one thing. Yo, stopping the interview. Got to tell you about our good folks at Odd Socks, man. Listen, go to oddsocksofficial.com. Use the promo code 20% off. Save 20% off some of the craziest socks. You know, they got the Ninja Turtle joints. Shout out to Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to SpongeBob. Plus, they got the Odd Socks Basics. These are my boys right here. I love these right here. You get the plain black, the plain white. Very comfortable. Most comfortable socks in the world, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Plus, underwear, y'all. Cheese It draws. Come on, what are we doing? Go to oddsocksofficial.com. Use the promo code Bootleg and save 20% off. The most comfortable underwear in the world. Fuck all that other bullshit y'all be wearing on your ass. Throw all the Methicas in the trash. All that PSD shit, all that shit is all... Listen, man. Put them Odd Socks on your ass cheeks and thank me later. Now, now the other thing. Do you regret the Capital Steez thing with Joey?
Don't zoom in on my face when I'm smiling. See, you getting raw emotions out of me.
I'm just asking if you were at that time. I mean, I know you were on your Troy Ave shit. Like in retrospect, do you regret that at all?
Always on. I'm just me, man. I mean, like, listen, man. This is how I feel. What can you bring the people up to speed with what I said and why I said it? Because I want to make sure, because just like you didn't know that was in response to the Control freestyle. I want to make sure that this.
So the Joey thing, I felt like
what the facts on it. Like what
happened? Well, listen, I don't know why you said it. I know that at the time
you don't know why.
Well, I know that you guys were going back and forth to who was selling more records independently, right? That was kind of the thing. It wasn't
back and forth. I wasn't concerned with who was selling more records independently.
Out of New York.
That wasn't me. I wasn't back and forth.
You had brought up the fact that one of the guys in Pro Era, Capital Steez, had killed himself and said some probably some not nice things about that situation.
This isn't, look, you got the clips on your wall, you got 50 Cent on your wall, you don't have the locks here. Didn't they talk about 50's mother that died?
But what was it? Well, let me ask you this.
Didn't Pusha T go crazy?
This has been like 5 or 6 years, right?
Whoa, don't do that. Look,
no. Because what I'm trying to do is ask you, like, what, like for people who don't know, and even refresh my memory, what was the origin of the issue with Joey, where that statement was even made?
Before I forget, I want to set the premise. Because it's very important. The environment, the rap that I grew up listening to as a kid is Clips. This is Pusha T. He's one of the greatest. Then he go crazy on Drake,
Drake's
man,
producer,
who got
for having
cerebral palsy or something. Okay, 100%. 50 Cent. He was going nuts on everybody, and they went nuts on him. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is Tupac. Hit him up.
And
you got these people on your wall,
right? No, I do.
And the shit that they said was.
But I think that their issues with the other side of the exchange were probably at least a lot more stronger than what your issues might have been with Joey.
No, well, the issue started with Joey was I was minding my business, just doing my thing independent. Mm-hmm. I was only just independent, and I always said BSB Records is the #1 independent label out of New York. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know. I think he might have said something about it, or maybe not. I don't remember, but I know something like his a friend of his came on a record and he was like, yeah, and such sold more records in Troy Ave. Now again, I dropped my project, Major Without a Deal, and they try to, like, it seemed like people always coming for me. You know what I mean? Because it's like a bunch of fake people. And when they see the real, they don't want the real to shine because then you make them look funny. If you bring real diamonds around motherfuckers with fake shit, then they start looking funny. So, whoa, let's get them out of here. Mm-hmm. So they said, Troy Ave took an L. I only sold a couple thousand records or whatever.
Right.
That wasn't really true. Mm-hmm. I dropped my album on a Friday when everybody else was dropping their shit on a Tuesday. Yeah. We talking about pure record sales for that week. I actually sold 14,000 records.
Well, for people who don't know, this was before it got switched to Fridays.
This before,
people are going to be in the comments like, man, shit comes out Friday. So right. back then, it was Tuesday's music would drop. Mm-hmm. So when you drop on a Friday, you're not getting the full.
You're not getting a full week, and then I didn't care about that. I'm independent. I'm like, man, I want to drop.
All the money comes the same anyway.
The music, exactly. So I drop it, and then I sell a couple thousand records. But mind you, it's a short week, and then remember, I'm independent. I sold a couple thousand. That's all free money to me. I'm making more off my couple thousand records, so it ended up selling 14,000 like later on with the week. I make 140,000. That whole album only cost me probably 10,000 to make.
And this is pretty pre-Spotify.
This is before streaming. Yeah, this is none of this shit.
Like straight.
It's straight buying albums. Yeah, that's a fact. And now I'm getting 90% of that, 95%. Like, it's a difference.
Was this through Empire?
It's through Empire. Shout out to Gazi and all. Yeah. I fuck with Empire. So this early like Empire days, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to my lawyer Vinny Kumar. He put that play together, and it made sense. You feel
Vinny's that man. He's the GOAT.
So now when I'm doing that, like, you can't ever tell me. I look at it like you got people that's playing on ringer teams, and if your team is fully loaded and you got everybody on the team and fucking you got LeBron and you got D Wade and shit like that, and then you come on and you score 20 points. That 20 points ain't more than the guy who's carried. That's 20 points ain't more than AI taking the Philadelphia to the championship finals with the Lakers. Right. It's not more.
Right.
It's not more than. You feel me? It's not more than, but they'll try to make it. And when I say loaded teams, marketing, big money behind these shit, promotions, everything. Just real publicists, like everything. So if they spending $250,000 to push your shit, and then you maybe sell a little bit more than me, if I'm only spending $10,000. This is a bigger win, because then you can only do that one time a year. I could do this shit 3-4 times a year, but they'll try to act like what I did was an L when it's not an L. So I ain't never gonna be quiet. Like where I'm from, you don't just let somebody say something about you and then you not say nothing and you just fall back and like that sucker shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, somebody that would never, I never said nothing about nobody on a record or anything that I would not definitely say in their face when I see them. And that's what I didn't like about the music and internet shit. People will say things about you just randomly. They got access to say some shit that they wouldn't say. And growing up in my hood, like, you got to see about that person right there and have that energy when you say that. That's called hating.
Right.
Or you just a sucker. And so an artist just came and took a shot and said, and such sold more records than Troy Ave. Oh, I think he said it. Joey said it. Such and such sold more records than Troy Ave, one of his artists. I'm like, why the fuck would you say that? Like, that didn't make you, why you said that to me? Now, mind you, it wasn't that big of a deal because, like, it wasn't like a bunch of people was like, oh, whatever. But I just caught wind of it and I'm like, why the fuck would you say that to me, knowing that like if I saw you, it would be a problem. Why are you starting with me? Why are you playing with me like that? Like, I don't. It makes you more upset when somebody play with you that would never, if you not there. Like, that's not real shit. A real person would never go diss somebody and then know when they see them they wouldn't say that. It wouldn't. I don't believe in that pop shit and apologize. That's sucker shit.
Right.
You don't pop shit and then when you see you playing it, yo, let's sit and talk it out, yo, it's so good. That shit should have never happened. Why did it happen? And then you tell me why it happened. Why was I'm sure I've never took a shot at nobody out of nowhere on no records for what? For clout, just for what? Because when you disrespect, then you open the door to be down with all the disrespect that comes with it. So do you feel like they was down for all the disrespect that comes with it? Or was they just, how you feel?
I mean, I think that...
Be honest. Don't be political.
Let me tell you something. This is what happened. So that happened. I remember that line you're saying now. Now I remember the Joey line you're talking about.
Which happened first.
Also, not even in the same ballpark of disrespect as what you came and retorted with.
I didn't know we played ballparks of disrespect.
But listen, I know but what I want to get to is like, because for a long time... So, like, I'll give you an example. Once that happened, you had a record at that time that was getting pushed to radio. I don't remember which song it was.
I don't remember either, but...
I don't remember. It was
one
of your records. It might have been... It wasn't doo-doo. I don't know what it was. But you had a record that was getting...
Minnesota didn't want to play.
Yes.
He was offended.
I think I told you that.
But I'm
so
like,
I have
why?
my boy in Minneapolis who's playing your record on the radio.
Right.
There's a station called Go 95, 96.3. I don't forget. And he calls me and he's like, yo, we're like supporting Troy. And like, yo, he's like disrespecting people who like have families that have gone through suicide shit. Like,
what? How are they taking it that personal? And the crazy shit is, I really fucked with him. Whenever I would go out there, we would tap in. Like, I really fucked with him. So that's a prime example.
So he's calling me and I'm like, yo, man, I could just talk to Hovain. You know, but yo, I think I talked to you, right?
How from a record of somebody starting something with me, and then I respond.
I think it was
how does that affect? I spoke to you too.
Yeah.
But how does that affect other people in positions of doing their job? Like, it's not a personal thing. If you got a good record, you got a good record. Throw it on and fuck with it.
How does this record? I don't disagree with you on that specific instance. I don't disagree.
And it's not even like I'm saying play this record. This record is just a diss record in response to what they said to me. And it went crazy, but how in the fucking world is that okay for somebody's personal feelings about what two other men have a problem with to affect you pushing a shit or you play? Just don't even push it, just play it regularly. It's a good record.
Right.
Everybody loved the record. I don't remember which.
I forget which record it was. You had during that era. You had a few. So
I don't know. Maybe She Belongs to the Game. Maybe
It might have been before
whatever.
She Belongs to the Game. I feel like, I don't know.
But yeah, whatever.
But no. But so let me ask you this: do you feel like do you feel like that specific line, like?
You feel like I went too far in that line?
No. You obviously don't feel like you went too far. But do you feel like
you can't say I didn't say that.
Do you feel like it affected you and your career at all negatively? Because that one anecdotal situation we just talked about a single radio station in Minnesota, that's not.
But there's other people. But that's
who
what
felt
I'm
like
asking,
that because I feel like a lot of people were like, "Oh, Troy Ave, we're off that motherfucker. Like he took it too far." Like
yeah, because they just wait. They was never really fucking with me because I stand for everything that they don't. I stand for independence. I stand for being confident. They'll call my confidence cocky. They'll call my independent sales mediocre when in reality, my independent sales are superior to yours because I made more money dollar for dollar. And like I feel like that was just a way for people to come out and have something to say. Like how any problem with between two men, it's more just look at Chicago. They talk about smoking dead ops. They talk about
I do not disagree. Right now, especially like in Jacksonville, shit is fucked
you
up.
feel me? The who I smoked, but music been disrespectful.
I think people just looked at it as like Joey's like this kid who's just making dope young rap music. You're from New York, and maybe as opposed to like you guys having an issue and like it being like a thing, like you know. And at the time, you guys were definitely, you know, your guys' rises were parallel to each other. Not related to each other.
It wasn't really parallel. He was way ahead of me already. And
I just mean in terms of like you guys are both up and coming in New York City. Your energy was a lot different, obviously. But
Joey, two different types.
But Joey still was making like Joey Badass could have been on New York City the album, and that would have made sense, and it would have sounded good, right?
Nah, he couldn't have been on New York City the album. Not that album.
I'm just mean in terms of like
I'm not trying
those
to
type of beats. Those type of beats. You know what I'm saying? Like
fucking no, hell no, absolutely not. How?
What do you mean? What?
Where? You know who was on New York City album? Tell me if you can't tell me one person that let alone put on. You can't tell me one person that I could take off to put him on there.
No, I'm not talking. Okay, I didn't ask you that. I'm just saying that he could fit on
where he cannot. You could pull all the songs up. There's no way that music is different. They was making backpack rap music.
I think he was making traditional New York '90s boom bap shit.
Traditional New York '90s boom. Like, I don't make '90s boom bap shit.
I'm not saying you. But
I'm making fucking incarcerated Scarfaces. I'm making Capital Punishment. I'm making that type of shit.
I don't think Joey's shit was far from that wheelhouse.
How, bro? Those are two different types of hip hop. I'm telling you, I grew up in that space. Those are two. I guess, has Mos Def and Jay-Z.
Talib Kweli
Mos Def on the Jay-Z album.
No, but Talib and Jay has done shit.
Well, I never heard Talib Kweli on a Jay-Z album. Never.
Not on a Jay-Z album, but they've been on a record together. The Get By remix.
Come on, Kev.
Yeah, but Jay
Kev, you know hip hop, Kev. Don't do that. Come on, Kev.
What you mean? Jay was on Talib Kweli shit though.
So Mos Def make dope ass music, right? So does Jay-Z. So even Talib Kweli be flowing. But them two type of albums are different. It doesn't go. So you can't say he could have been on New York City the album, no, or Major What I Did. No fucking way. It's not that. It's
well, how
not
about
that
this? Joey has records with all the guys that are on New York City the album. I'm pretty sure.
I'll call Cap. I just lost over 100-some thousand worth of jewelry. I'm gonna find it.
Who's on the album?
But I got Prodigy, some bands on me. I'll bet right now.
Who was on the album? Who was on?
Prodigy, Cameron, Fat Joe, Raekwon. Pusha T, no, not Pusha T, Jadakiss, Fabulous, Mad P. I bet you anything. It's never no cap with Troy Ave. I don't just do the assume. You know how people just throw out a fact. I
guess the point I'm trying to say is I feel like you like divided y'all so much, like, and I think some people maybe thought it was unnecessary.
What was unnecessary? There's no rules to a reaction.
That's fair.
If somebody comes and slaps you right now in your face, what would you do, Kev? Somebody just randomly walks in and slaps you.
I'm gonna react.
Like, what would your reaction be, just randomly?
Violence.
Like what kind of violence?
I don't know. A punch.
A punch is more severe than a slap, right?
This is true. But do you not think that some of the things you were saying in the interviews were kind of like he could have loosely taken them as like, yo, is he talking about us?
I was never there was never no.
When you
interviews.
were talking about like being the biggest like rapper out of New York.
No,
like,
I said I'm the #1 independent rapper out of New York. I still am to this day. But how? I'm only speaking facts. There's nothing wrong with speaking your facts.
I don't listen. I'm not. I'm just trying.
I'm independent. When you see my shit, it say BSB Records.
But you did. But you did feel. Did you feel like some of the industry turned their back on you when that happened?
I feel like different things like that happen. Like you said, the guy in Minneapolis, shit like that started happening.
Right.
And then even people that was like, would call me and they'd be like, "No, what you saying is right, but you know you can't say that like that in public." Why the fuck can I? This is rap. Y'all didn't tell me the rules before I got into this shit. I'm thinking these people really fucking doing power drives and really doing clotheslines. I'm thinking this is what really happens.
Right.
Oh, it's fake. It's not real. But I didn't know that. I didn't find it out until I do some real shit. Then it's like, whoa, what's going on? And then like you got to think, at the end of the day, anybody that got a problem with what I said talking about suicide, if you go against me, you got something wrong with what I got to say, then take it up with God. You got something to say with the whole Bible. That's my only back, and that's what I'm standing on. I'm standing on that. So I want the same people that got something against what I got to say. Make sure you say, I don't fuck with God. I don't fuck with no religion that speaks against that. Anything. That you can't be a fucking hypocrite. I don't deal with the hypocrisy. It's corny. That's a fact.
So what you did was a Christian move.
No, I'm not. See, I'm not.
He said, "Man,
I'm not gonna say I'm a Christian. I practice realism because I don't believe in dividing. I don't believe in dividing. Like they try to divide and conquer us.
Your religion.
If people say that's a fact. Everything. I don't believe. I don't have no hate in me at all. I don't have no fucking racism. I don't hate on somebody for being fucking gay. Right. I don't hate on somebody for getting money. I don't hate on somebody because they a woman gender. None of that shit. So if what they try to do is like separate us in different little bullshit where if this person is saying Allah, this person is saying the Messiah, and I'm saying God, it's a Jewish, a Muslim, and
all y'all supposed
Christian
to be enemies.
You all saying the same thing. You all believe in God. That's the common denominator. Fuck everything else that has to go below. So I practice realism.
The semantics of religion has been pretty much the cause of most wars ever.
And it's the semantics. It's the same thing in divide and conquer. Like, there's nothing wrong with put in groups. But at the end of the day, if you all believe in one thing, then let's focus on that. So like,
focus on what we all have in common.
Exact, and that's all I push. I never, anytime I ever said anything, I'm not thinking about nobody else. When I say I'm the #1 independent label in New York, I am. I started this from the ground up. I really sold 55,000 records out of my trunk.
For sure.
Hand in hand.
For sure.
Like, so I'm the #1 independent. I'm really doing the most repping for the city. These other people, Joey, whoever, they had head starts with me. They wasn't like motherfucker. First time I met YG, he said, "This is a motherfucker from New York. This is what I'm talking about right there." Cause I look and I sound like it. You're not gonna meet. I fuck with Talib Kweli, but you're never gonna meet Mos Def back in the day. But yeah, this is what New York is like, and Mos Def is dope as fuck.
Right.
You're not gonna say that. You're gonna say that about Biggie. You're gonna say that about Jay-Z.
I think on a commercial level, you're right. Yes, on a commercial level,
just period. How commercial? Just period. In general, that's the energy. That's what it's about. My energy wasn't a retro energy, finger snapping shit like I said.
Well, I definitely think you had the like the closest, because I think after 50, there was a lot of people who try to be the new 50 or the new that kind of like that fill that position, I guess I would say. And I feel like at that time you're the closest person that got to that, and I think that's why at that time 50 had got behind, like 50 had put his arm around you for a second.
Right.
There.
First 50 was hating, and then he came around after that.
What's your relationship with 50 now?
He good. I mean, if I see him, it's so good. Like that's me. I don't never like 50 inspired me. Like I was saying about the Junkie Joe shit. You know what I'm saying? So I never have nothing bad to say about him, because if it wasn't no 50, it wouldn't be me. But I'm not trying to sound like him and shit. I'm doing my own thing. You feel me? And so like back to, I want to stay on this because we got to get rid of some of these alternative facts, just like we did with the Kendrick shit. Nobody knew that I said that shit about Kendrick because he said this. And it was a fact. I just pointed it out. It was a fact. I didn't lie when I said this shit. Everybody like, oh, when he did this song with Miguel, and I don't know what he was wearing or braids he had. Everybody like, yo, Troy Ave was right.
I mean, to call someone a weirdo though is subjective. A weirdo to you, yes. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact of Troy Ave, which is fine. You spoke your truth.
It's not. Would you say the clips are the clips talking cocaine rap?
Yeah, that's the definition of coke rap.
Exactly. Like we could look at all these people and we could put them all.
Nas wearing a kufi, you might have called him a weirdo rapper at that time.
Not because where I'm from, you see a lot of brothers that are wear kufis and shit like that, even in jail. They're not widows. I would never call Nas.
I just know that Kendrick isn't a weirdo.
But we could put every artist into who they are. Snoop Dogg.
Maybe your definition of weirdo, Kendrick is a weirdo. I don't think he's a weirdo because I know Kendrick and I know he's just. I understand what you were saying.
I don't know Kendrick. I'm talking about the style and shit like that.
You replied to the freestyle, so we've established that.
I'm talking about style and shit like that.
Yeah, we've established that.
Right. So just see when you know somebody more present, whatever. But back to the Joey Bada shit. When you seen like I said what I said, I'm lyrical with it. I'm breaking them down. And since they said a partner of his, he brought other people into it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just him going at Troy. He brought up somebody from his group sold more records than Troy Ave. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now it's open season on anybody from your group here or gone. You feel me? That's what happened. They opened Pandora's box and then tried to, whoa, you went too far. Don't play with me.
Did anyone around you hear that and try to convince you to take it out?
The video, they was like, yo, come on, the video is nuts. Cause I did the video on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, look, all these motherfuckers you got on your wall, you got them on your wall. Tupac hit them up. Come on, if you feel a way about it, if you're not standing on how Troy Ave went about his business, then you need to take Tupac off your wall or else you're being a hypocrite.
That was a more serious situation.
What are you talking about? Serious to who? Seriousness is objective. Serious to, if somebody slaps you in your face, you don't have to respond to them with a punch. I've seen people get slapped and
you
like,
call the cops.
Oh, no, I've seen people get slapped and damn, what's wrong with this guy? He's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
so everything you saying, I'm only speaking facts.
Listen, nobody can tell anyone how to react to something, right?
So you're saying that was more serious than if I'm this. I'm just
telling you the perception of people. I'm not telling you. You like
your opinions because I'm on the Bootleg Kev podcast.
I don't know, man. I think
I'm not on the perceptions.
I think at the time, I definitely think at the time. It was,
and I'm here real shit. I didn't come here run out. Yo, Kev, I gotta go run and go get my jewelry and shit. I'm really sitting here.
We here. No, I feel like at that time, to me, it felt unnecessary. It felt over the top. At the moment, like New York, we always hear about how Atlanta moves together. You know, why can't New York and LA move together like Atlanta does? And at that time, it felt like you would like carved out Troy Ave Island. And you were just standing on your island in New York.
When I said that, you mean?
Yeah, and just in general, I just feel like you rubbed. I mean, I knew you I know you, so like I was very close to your situation,
right?
And so I would like, I'd be like, yeah, well, shit. It seems like a lot of people are rooting against you, as opposed to rooting for you. And I think that was because of some of the things you would say, and that's just you being you.
It's just me being a real person. I am on Troy Ave Island because I'm self-made and self-paid. Nobody put me on and brought me up. I had 100%.
You did it from the ground up. No one's going to deny that.
I call the DJs like Kev. Right. I used to call you every Sunday about this shit.
You used to be very much tapped in on the DJ shit. It ain't no label calling my 100%. Shit or whatever. But with these two situations that you bringing up, who started them? They were all reactions. I didn't, and that's important. That's important. No one can tell any individual how to react to something.
But I'm asking, do you agree? It was all. I mean, Joey Bada shit. Was it a reaction? Who threw the first shot? I agree that
you reacted.
Who threw the first shot?
I mean, based on the recollection we just pulled together.
Facts.
Yeah, bro. Listen, it's been so long.
So I
do remember that line that Joey dropped.
So that's him throwing a shot at me.
And so that was your reaction to someone who threw a shot at you first, because you had never thrown a shot at him prior to that, correct?
No,
directly.
Fuck no. Yeah. I don't be going around throwing shots. I be focused on me. I'm not worried about what another man doing. I'm focused on me.
So we have established that you reacted to Joey, and you reacted to the Control freestyle and the Kendrick thing. I just think people were like, "What the fuck?" But
I think people react.
It wasn't disrespectful.
He wasn't disrespecting you, but at that time,
I just don't think the Kendrick thing wasn't as big of a big deal. Like I just think it was just like
it wasn't at all. But it was just like how the shit appeared. You know what I mean? That's why it wasn't a big deal. That's why I just do a one line in there. I'm just representing I'm standing up for my city. I did much for my city. It wasn't a big. It wasn't personal. That other shit was personal.
I see that.
That shit was personal. At that time, it was personal. I don't really give a fuck now.
All right, moving forward, man. Without getting too much into the situation,
I want to get to the line though, because you saying, I want you to get to that line, man.
Which line?
You saying the Capital Steez shit, and I want to.
I mean, I have people in my life who've committed suicide.
Yeah, we all have people in our life that committed suicide.
For me, it was maybe in poor taste. With that being said,
but remove the personal from it. That's what people can't do. Everybody wants to laugh at the ugly baby until they have a baby that's ugly. What, is it not funny? You was just laughing at the ugly baby. You said that baby was fucking ugly. Now you have kids. You don't want to say no more. Let's remove the personal shit and just deal in facts. That's why my podcast is the Factor Show.
I think that's why it's hard for people to remove personal feelings from something that's so serious.
This shit ain't hard for me because I'm solid. I'm 100 with myself always.
And you reacted, and like you said, that's how you chose to react.
You ain't gonna see people more solid than me. That's fucking rare because I don't meet them. I know how to be objective and like remove personal shit from what's right and what's wrong. You feel me? I know how to do that. Like it's just a fucking. You have to do it. You can't call yourself real. You can't call yourself real if you hating on people. You can't call yourself real if you let your personal feelings get in the way of what's right and what's fucking wrong. Like, because you wouldn't be saying that if you didn't have a personal experience about it. My shit, you can't say, yo, I believe in God and I believe in the Bible, and then turn around and say, you're wrong for saying this. Like, am I wrong if the guy in Minneapolis who I genuinely was fucking with, right, through you, if he stops playing my record, cool. Other people call me, even Sway in the morning was like, all right, man, you right, but that was fucked up. Whatever, cool. So all these people stop supporting my shit publicly, right? Even though they know that, some shit I said was right. If I gotta go through all that and motherfuckers never play my record again, you know why it's worth it? Because I've had multiple people, I don't be here lying, call me and say, yo, not call me on personal phone, like DM me, contact me, and say, yo, Troy Ave, I'm not gonna front. I was going through it. I was thinking about doing something stupid, like killing myself. But what you said made me rethink it. And because you didn't glorify suicide, who wouldn't kill themselves if they say, yo, you're gonna be with 40 virgins, yo, you're gonna be amazing if you do that, long live you. If they know that that's the reaction to killing themselves, why the fuck wouldn't they do it? I might consider it. But if I know the reaction is, yo, you fucking idiot, you're selfish, you left your family, you're a dickhead, life is the most precious thing that you can have, why would you do that, you dummy? It's gonna make you think differently. So that's what I do. I say, yo, don't be a fucking junkie. I don't say, oh, it's okay, you're using drugs, everybody go through things. No, don't be a fucking junkie. You're gonna stink and be a bum. So that's gonna make you be like, oh yeah, I'm not getting no pity from motherfuckers. And that's how I come from it. And if I gotta go through all this shit to stop 3, 4, 5 people from committing suicide and killing themselves, that might be my purpose. That might be my fucking purpose. God might put me here to be their angel. And I gotta go through hell so motherfuckers could get to heaven.
So my next question is, when is you and Logic putting out the suicide prevention hotline sequel / remix?
Why, Logic did something about suicide?
You don't know the song? He put out a record.
I really don't be listening to people rap. You see what the fucking type of shit I'm talking about, listen. What he did? What did he put out?
He just put out a suicide prevention song. There's
nothing wrong with that. That's good. Yeah. That's a good thing. That's what we need more of, not long live you when you commit suicide.
Let me ask you this, bro. Like, you went through a couple of attempts on your life. The last one was, what was it, on Christmas or Christmas Eve?
Yep.
And we've seen so many people die recently. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've lost a lot of people in the last since your situation, a lot of people have passed. How did that change your life and make you like did it change your life? Like, did you have to reevaluate certain things, certain ways you move, like moving, you know, like how did that change everything for you?
Only like the music shit, like the whole Urban Plaza shit, that made me reevaluate shit. But like, bro, I've been having attempts on my life before that. Right. It just wasn't glorified because I wasn't an artist or a musician. So like, I'm no stranger to street shit. I'm no stranger to being shot. I've been shot before. I was never glorifying that shit or talking about it in my raps. I was in shootouts when I was 15 and I got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit happens when you coming out the streets. So I was always trying to get out the streets. And the only thing that made me move different, like, you know, you always ice up and be more on point. But that's why it's like hard to say shit without, you know what I mean, when you on camera, you don't want to talk about certain shit. But the music shit, when that shit happened, when I'm obviously at a place of business,
losing Banger, who's, you know, R.I.P. man, that was the homie.
That's exactly. You know how good
me and him had some good times together.
You feel me? That's a fact. Yeah, I remember. But like, when you trying to do the right thing and you at work, you at your place of business. It's like how I think Drakeo, the Ruler homeboy, was like, yo, he went to work. Draco. Yeah. He was at, pardon me,
he was there. He was there to perform.
He went to work. The same thing with me. That's what I'm trying to say. If you going and you doing street shit, like even Christmas, I'm in the street environment, is what I could accept that.
You're moving around. You're
shot in the head. You know what I mean? Foreigners parked on the sidewalk in, you know, fucking undesirable, grimy neighborhoods. Whatever. That shit come with that. But when I'm going to work, you don't expect that. When I'm going to a place of business trying to better my life, you don't expect that. You feel me? So that made me really move different and see shit totally different. So like I said, I've been going through street shit way before that I don't talk about because I'm not one of these dumb people that incriminate themselves and all kind of shit. But that don't even scratch the surface. So and the reason why I'm here is God, I'm blessed. Right. And my reaction is different. I'm not. People watch so many movies. You see a lot of motherfuckers get shot and they fall out on the floor. Watching fucking movies. When you get shot or you shoot somebody, whatever, you don't have to lay down and die, dog. You can fight for your life. Even if you taking your last breaths, you make a choice to lay down and die. You feel me? Or are you paralyzed? Are you head tapped? Were you already dead? Whatever. No. You still, even if you get shot in your fucking heart, you still gonna have some adrenaline left. Right. And that's what I chose, is fight or flight. And I'm going to fight every time. I'm going to get home to my kids. I'm going to keep getting to this money. You feel me? This is not going to stop. I'm going to keep dropping music. I'm going to keep spreading the word, the gospel. Like, I'm going to keep being blessed. And that's the type of man I am. And all of that speaks to my character from everything I said. I never have no hate towards anybody. I never diss nobody for no reason. No, that's what suckers do. Suckers start problems, real ones finish it. You feel me? I'm never gonna go out and just take a jab at you because you doing something. So what I'm saying, I'm the number one independent. Show me facts that prove different. And so even if I want to say it, so what? Yeah, that's why I'm here and I always flourish. So even after me going through everything and going through courts and losing people and having to get rid of a whole entourage, how I still level up, how I come out and have 25 times more than what I had at that time. You supposed to fall and there be nothing left. You supposed to be done. Bro, I'm literally sitting here talking about I lost over 150,000 I ain't lose it, knock on wood. I think we gonna find it. In the airport right there. I ain't run out of here like go find my shit. I know I got my health. Fuck it, I'll get it back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that speaks to my character and that's why I'm different. And I'm just not letting shit don't bother me no more. It's whatever. Everything I'm going to say and do, I stand on the Bible and on God. And if you got a problem with me, take it up with God. I bet you won't.
Would you do a sequel to New York City, the album? Because that's my favorite project.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's gonna be tailored the right way. Like, I'm about to drop Bricks in My Backpack 4. That's one of the best. This series, Pitchfork called it one of the best series ever. For sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing part 4. I got the artwork and everything. But I don't just do shit. You're not gonna hear nobody on New York City, the album, that don't fit. Right. That you would never hear that. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm doing a record like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say it, but whatever. That makes sense. But I just want to be clear. It's different types of music and there's nothing wrong with putting people in groups. And when we start jumbling this shit, that's where you get people who can say, well, you shouldn't have did. Like, there's no way in hell that anybody removing personal feelings aside should be like, Troy Ave is wrong for doing this or doing that. How, Sway? How? How, Kev? How is he wrong? Even ask Sway. You can ask Sway and be like, how, Sway? Well, you know, you're right, but you can't do that in public. That's how, Sway. Why can't I do that shit in public? Why can't I spread the word of God and stand on God in public?
Well, you would have got canceled in 2022 if that shit would have came out.
They can't fucking cancel me. I'm uncancelable because I'm gonna still get money. My goal is not to be popular. My goal is to have the most popular money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the most, like, I want to have the most biggest bag.
I want to talk to you, man. Have you and Hovain talked at all? Is there any
Yeah, me and Hovain straight.
So you guys have patched up the relationship a bit?
I'll fuck with Hov.
Because you guys it was like that Hov Dame energy, man. It was like that, you know, and I'm real tight with Hov still, and obviously that was kind of one of the more disappointing things that had transpired out of that situation was to see, you know, in my opinion, the breakup of BSB. It kind of felt like.
Well, I mean, you got to look at the facts again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm only gonna deal in facts. If somebody tell the truth, there's nothing wrong with that. Telling the truth, you got to ask yourself, why did that happen? You got to look at it and see why did it happen.
So you guys are cool now, though. How'd that first conversation go? Because I'm sure it had been a while.
We was kicking it about some other business that you know we had some other shit we had to settle. So it just went from there. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we got history like for
big
real.
Time.
Yeah. So you know, I was more so disappointed in them that in him that he didn't stand with me how I would have stood with him. Like, no matter what, I'm not letting nothing. If I hear shots go off and you anywhere in the vicinity, 20 blocks, I'm getting to you no matter what. You feel me? I'm not like, no matter what, I'm looking for you. That's how I'm moving with my peoples, because I'm militant like that and I got real love like that. You know what I'm saying? So that I was mostly disappointed, like, damn, dog, you do me like that after everything, you know what I'm saying? And then, that should be the question that everybody asks. Now, you know, it was other people there that, you know, sometimes motherfuckers react different. In fight or flight, I'ma always fight. Right. But it's just all about being on man shit. It was other people there that they took flight, but they came back, yo, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I was scared. My nigga. I love you. Yo, I'm sorry, but yo, I never been on shit. And then, you know what? I accept it. I embrace it. Sometimes you just gotta say you wrong, and apologies could fix shit if there's history there. You know what I'm saying? But some things you owe more than that. So when I
feel like you guys are like brothers, man.
Yeah,
like,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Like, wherever I saw you, I saw him.
His daughter's my godchild and all that. So it's like real shit. It's like you gotta ask. So say you out. I don't know if you got brothers, but I know you.
I got a sister.
All right. Yeah, that's a fact. But let's say you got your wife. If you go out with your wife and you in the supermarket and she say, Kev, can you go over the aisle, get me some milk and whatever, and then you hear some shots go off and shit.
I should run to her.
What would you do? I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm asking what would you do?
No, I'm making sure she's
good. No
good.
matter what, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So when that person didn't do that, there's no excuses for that. It's like, come on, because we tight like that. I would do that for you. We tight like that, like for real. You know what I'm saying? So when that happens, it's just like.
And you didn't realize that until you had saw
video when I was in jail. Because they kept telling me like they was right there. I'm like, how you was right there? Because it was only me trying to pick up.
Because that was the first.
It was only me trying to pick up Banger Body.
So,
it's mad videos that you don't see.
Right.
It's me and Block. We trying to pick up Banger Body, and well, basically me. Block had to do something else. But when you telling me you right there, I'm sitting in jail in a wheelchair like this. You like, no, it was right there. Like if he'd have just came clean off rip and then said it, I'd have been, yo, you know what, you my nigga, fuck it. Got scared. Let's move on from here. Don't make it happen again. Or I know how to move with you. You know what I'm saying? But it's still love there. But it's like the lying part that made it bad. Like, yo, I was there. No, the fuck you wasn't there, because if you was there, you would have seen me struggling with my man Body while he dying, trying to pick him up. So don't tell me that. So those are the things that people don't see. They don't see all of that. They just see the end and Troy Ave's bugging and he's cutting off people. No, I'm doing shit for a reason. I'm saying this about Kendrick Lamar because he said this about New York. This came after. I'm saying this about Joey Bada because he took shots at me and brought his man into it. So I said, let me respond and bring some more of your mans into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking with the BSB people or some of them that was there because they did this. I feel like they left me for dead. They didn't react, and then it wasn't I was scared. I apologize. You know what I mean? Like how we do? I did some pussy shit. I can't front.
Has Hovain like acknowledged that at least to you?
Nah,
when you guys talked.
Nah. It was like what's understood ain't had to be said.
Would you ever work with him again?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would. It's just like as you grow and you just start learning, shit just be different, man. It's like a lot of times I had put in music, I put personal shit. So like I put Hovain on, like that was my man from the hood,
and he's killing it right now.
We sold drugs together and all that.
He's doing his thing right now.
I put him on, like here, come on, here. I'm gonna believe in you. Any situation I had, even like I said in a record, like when I had my first management deal through Butch Lewis, I say, yo, Butch, I'm gonna come get with you, but I need you to pay my peoples who been with me since day one. Nobody's doing that.
Right.
I got them checks, knowing that them checks come out of my money. You feel me? I got both of them checks. Him and K Cash. Shout out to K Cash. He was just at my condo the other day. But I got them checks. Like I always bring my people and put them on.
Are you proud to see like what Hovain's doing right now though? Because he's doing his thing, man.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I don't be like looking at shit at all, bro. I'm not a nosy nigga. Like only time I started following like different shit. Like at one time I just unfollowed everybody because I didn't want to see shit.
Right.
I was just like, fuck it. I was upset. I ain't give a fuck about no music shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see because it was all fake to me all of a sudden. You feel me? It was like the person who just, man, get rid of all the pictures in the house. I don't fuck with them type shit.
Shit happens.
So, and then I'm not nosy where I'm going snooping around.
Right. If it ain't in your peripheral, you're not looking for it.
I got real life shit to do. I got That's real fair. Businesses. I got a real life going on. I'm really a full-time dad. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And I'm really into the bag and it shows. So you can't get to the bag.
If you're watching everyone else's bag.
It's hard to eat if you're looking at somebody else's plate. You're going to keep missing your mouth.
Facts.
So
that's real shit.
Like I don't know if you tell me like you saying like yo he killing cool, that's what's up. I like more power to him. I'm whatever. I saw the vision. Like I said all that off. You know what I mean? So like whatever. But I don't watch face like they would say in Brooklyn.
Something you've been saying
watch face at all. I don't
that I feel like is probably like proven itself to be maybe Troy was onto something, is that the streets is a myth.
First of all, this podcast is a myth. Because why the fuck you bought me a 7-Eleven pure water when you drinking Essential?
Well, not because
you drinking Essential.
I've had this all day.
I wouldn't do him like that. I would not do you like that.
I already had this. First of all, look at the pH levels on that water. The pH levels are solid. I wouldn't
do you like that.
No. That's the water.
Is this alkaline water?
Yes.
I don't give a fuck.
No, that's alkaline. That's good shit.
We drink tap water with lemon.
Nah,
man.
Listen, bro. This is from my house. When I'm going to 7-Eleven, I'm buying those.
Okay.
That's why I got myself another. I got to get my gallon in.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
This guy.
So yeah.
Nah, but the streets is a myth shit. Like I do feel like we've been man, this rap shit and like just kind of like the perception of like, you know, we were talking about the Jacksonville shit earlier. We were like, there's so many people just ending up in jail, bro. Like for just trying to, I don't know, keep up their perception or keep it quote unquote real.
I don't think that part, doing shit and going to jail, that part is not a myth. The myth is what's supposed to happen, all the rules after that, what's supposed to happen. So if somebody goes to jail, you're supposed to take care of their family,
their kids,
family and shit, especially
make sure they're straight.
With you.
Their lawyers, all of that.
They with you, they holding you down. You're supposed to do that. You never supposed to try to fuck your homeboys' girls, ever. You know what I'm saying? If somebody killed your homies, you supposed to go and fucking ride and be killing them.
Right.
That's why you see me on my case is the get back. Motherfuckers shot me, killed my best friend and you see me going to get the get back right there. That's what it is. It's self-defense.
It's on video.
It's self-defense. Like, motherfucker, you don't see that from people. You see motherfuckers dying and then that just be it. Whether it be people in the streets or whether it be artists, friends that die, whatever. Like, in the hood, you see people that die and then time will pass and they'll be like getting money with the people who had something to do with the death. I'm not getting money with a friend of yours or cousin or family member. It's all open season on whoever's associated with that. If you kill somebody that I love, it's whoever you love. That's a fact until you gone. So like you see that all the time. That's what I'm talking about, the real shit. Everybody want to pet the lion until he show his teeth.
Right.
So like you see it time and time again. How many rappers gotta die and then people that killed them is still living and laughing and going on about their business? How many times in the streets motherfuckers gotta die and then the people that killed them is still around? The hood is small. You 20 block radius, you still out. You're going to the same parties. Oh nah, it's hot, I'm not gonna crash out. You can't be in the club with somebody that killed your homie. Yo, I'm not gonna crash out, nah. But then your love ain't that strong then. Because in the hood, it teaches you deal with everything on sight. Don't fucking play. Or is that a myth? Is it only sound good coming out of your mouth? It only sound good coming out the mouth of people who ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, because the actual
who ain't gonna do it.
Applying yourself to that code. So
that's my fault for taking shit literal. I'm taking shit literal like, yo, in rap, it's no rules. Jay-Z threw the fucking condom on the back seat. Right. You know what I'm saying? The locks was sorry, Miss Jackson. Like all type of disrespectful shit. But then when I get in, I do it. Whoa, hold on, that's too much. I come from, if somebody try to take your life or they kill one of your people, you go at them immediately. Right. Whoa, Troy Ave is reckless and dangerous. He's shooting up a club and all kind of shit. Whoa. Okay, so this shit is a myth. All this shit is fake. But that's why the suckers begin to elevate. You know what I mean? But good thing, by the grace of God, I'm still paid. Like I was saying earlier, I feel like you still been putting music out, but I feel like there's a new energy where I feel like you're kind of like back dug in. Is that fair to say? Do you feel like 2022? Back dug in. Like just like 10 to like I feel like you're like back to like really applying yourself to your music shit. Like not to say you weren't like you were putting shit out, but I felt like the energy was different. Like it was just kind of like, you know, we're just gonna put some shit out and see what it does. And it was just really I was just running up streams. Are you like back on your? Are you like back in? That's a fact. I'm back in on it as much as I can be. Like I'm taking it. I take it more seriously the time that I do it. So like I'm not a person that records 100 songs and then I pick the best. Well, I just feel like 16 for album. I always tell everybody like, man, Troy Ave, you know, I still am a big fan, but man, I was one of your biggest fucking supporters, and I always felt like you need to support my shit more and play it when you on 92.3, man. I know you gotta. Your arms ain't tired, man. I know I'm not from the West Coast, but come on, but in terms of just like, I felt like as an artist. I just assumed you were gonna have 1 million platinum records because like you have a knack for writing fucking hooks, bro, and you are like an amazing songwriter, great at melodies, like so. I'm platinum in the streets. I feel like after everything, after everything happened to Irving Plaza and like, you know, the crew disbanded, like it just never felt that like I feel like the last couple of years at least it's felt like Troy's still rapping, but like. Is he still like care about this shit type shit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, my arms like been tired. It ain't much I could do like promoting and different shit like that. So my heart wasn't in it to make those out until now. Until this last year, Killer Be Killed that I dropped. God Is Great, Paper Straight, shit like that. Like those are like projects, like real. Those are like New York City, the album Made You Without a Deal, real projects. But before it was just like, man, let me put this shit out, run up streams. And that came from when I came home from jail. I couldn't go do no shows. I couldn't do no. I was on house arrest. Right. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just drop shit, just to get the run up streams and get the money. Residual coming in. And then once you started doing that, it just became a habit. You know what I'm saying? And then so you were, instead of dropping music for the passion and being like, I want to put out a classic album, I'm dropping music just to add to my catalog to help the monthly check. It was records in there that was passionate and shit like that. Right. But I never gave him my all because I got a whole lot of other shit going on. Now I know how to. I don't know if the word is compartmentalize, where I could. Yeah, hey, it's hard to like
split up your bandwidth when you're doing so much.
Now I lock in. I'll be like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna focus on this album. I'm not doing shit for 2 weeks, but doing this album.
Right.
I'm gonna focus and knock it out. You know what I mean? And then that's what I just got a schedule now where I'm like I really finally, less than a month ago, I always said I was gonna do it in my head, but now I wrote it down. Like, yo, listen, you gonna drop 4 projects a year. One is gonna be White Christmas. That'll come out December, January. That'll be number 1. In March, 4 months later, you'll drop another project. In June, you drop another project. September, you drop another project. Boom. And then you drop 3 singles a year, and you go from there, and you drop in quality. But like before, I couldn't do that. Before, like Gazi will tell you, I come with my album. Hey, yo, my album's done. Hey, I want to put it out in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm just
no
finishing.
rollout, just 2 weeks.
No fucking rollout
just throw it out, see what happens.
I don't got time to roll out. Just
put it out.
The people who fuck with me,
people who are following me, they gonna listen, they gonna stream it, they gonna buy it.
And that's not the proper way, but you know, it's profitable.
That's fair.
But yeah, I'm back in. I'm back more like focusing with it, man. I just feel good. Like I said, man, God is great and my paper's straight.
Well, on Bricks on My Backpack 4, I would love to hear someone from Griselda on there. That'd be nice.
That's fine. I fuck with Benny the Butcher. I actually spoke to him, like DM shit the other day. I'm gonna get him on something for Bricks on My Backpack.
Just on some coke rap shit. That'd be nice.
Yeah, well, Bricks on My Backpack, yeah, definitely coke. But even if you listen to all the music, my music is like
I know it's not. But I'm saying, but that series. That's why I mentioned that particular.
I'm gonna do everything. It's gonna be like, it's gonna make sense where it fits. It's not just gonna be for no reason. Some people do it. It gotta fit. The beat gotta fit. Everything gotta fit.
Well, there it is.
People on.
Hey, so go stream. You got the music out now.
Go stream. What I look at one of the cameras. Whatever. Go stream. God is Great, Paper Straight, and Killer Be Killed.
4 projects coming this year.
Yeah, that's a fact. God is Great, Paper Straight, Killer Be Killed. I'm impeccable. Matter of fact, don't stream it. Fuck that. Go buy it.
Buy it on iTunes.
Go to iTunes. Buy it. Spend
buy some merch.
$9.99, $10.
What's the website for the merch?
GodIsGreatPaperStraight.com. But you could go to TroyAve.com.
Boom.
It's just one hub.
Same.
Go get everything. The 2022 season project, it'll be out by the time y'all see this.
That's coming this month.
Yeah, that's coming in January 21st.
Oh shit! So that's like next week.
Yeah. It's coming immediately. Pause.
Boom. There it is. Pause. Super pause. All right, man. Troy, I appreciate you pulling up, brother.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you for having me, Kev.